Welcome to Science Forward. Today, we're exploring foundation models, large machine learning systems trained on vast datasets like GPT-3 or BERT. They're not designed for just one specific task, but can be adapted to a wide array of applications, heralding a new era in scientific research. Imagine accelerating discovery. These models can identify patterns and make predictions from massive datasets, helping researchers formulate hypotheses, design experiments, and analyze complex data in a fraction of the time traditionally required. In materials science, AI foundation models like Microsoft's MatterGen are being developed to design entirely new materials. In healthcare, they're applied to tasks like analyzing medical images with greater precision. Think of the Human Radiome Project for CT and MRI scans. They also aid in drug discovery and understanding cellular interactions, like the Virtual Cell Project. These models are improving weather forecasting too, such as Microsoft's Aurora model, and assisting in genomics, astronomy, and physics. A significant strength is their ability to process and find connections across different types of data, like text, images, and sensor data, which is vital in modern science. So how do they work, generally? It's often a two-stage process. First, there's pre-training, where the model learns general patterns and relationships from broad, unlabeled scientific data. Then comes fine-tuning, where this pre-trained model is adapted for specific scientific tasks using smaller, domain-specific datasets. This is typically more efficient than building a model from scratch for each new task. However, there are significant limitations and challenges. The performance of these models heavily relies on the quality and quantity of training data. Access to high-quality, specialized scientific datasets can be a hurdle, as many models are trained on public internet data which might lack specific scientific knowledge. If the training data contains biases, the model can perpetuate or even amplify them. Understanding how these complex models arrive at their conclusions, the black box problem, can be difficult, which is a barrier to trust in science, where understanding mechanisms is key. Training these models also requires immense computational power and energy, raising concerns about cost and accessibility. Foundation models can sometimes generate plausible-sounding but incorrect information, often called hallucinations. Ensuring scientific accuracy is a major challenge. Effectively adapting a general model for highly specialized scientific domains can also be difficult. Then there are security and privacy concerns, especially with sensitive data like patient information. Ethical questions around data ownership, intellectual property, potential misuse, and the impact on the scientific workforce also need careful consideration. There's even a risk that widespread adoption of a few dominant models could lead to a homogenization of research approaches. The path forward requires concerted efforts. This includes emphasizing open science principles for transparency and reproducibility. Collaborative, interdisciplinary efforts are essential. Developing specialized scientific foundation models tailored to specific scientific domains is a growing area of focus. Regulatory frameworks and ethical guidelines also need to co-evolve with the technology to ensure responsible innovation. In conclusion, foundation models are powerful tools with the potential to dramatically accelerate scientific research and innovation. However, realizing this full potential requires a clear understanding of their current capabilities and limitations, alongside a commitment to addressing the associated technical, ethical, and societal challenges. Thanks for tuning in.